Howdy, and welcome to the Texas Bucket List. I'm Shane McAuliffe. This week, we kick things off by raising a toast to Texas with a libation that's been a part of the Lone Star State for a very long time. Surprisingly, there's only one place in the entire state that makes it. The landscape of West Texas can be pretty darn desolate. With the Chihuahuan Desert sprawling across this part of our state, it's hard to imagine something being able to be harvested here. But if you learn about the natives that lived here thousands of years ago, you'd realize that there is sustenance all around you.
This plant has been here for 10,000 years. Think about all of the atmospherics that it has gone through in its life, and it is still here to this day.
Brent Luby has a vested interest in this little plant that some mistake for a cactus.
Once you see them, you can't stop seeing them.
Sure.
But it's like once your eyes get tuned to it, you're like, oh, that hill is covered in it.
The Sotol has been an integral part of native life for as long as man has traversed the desolate desert. And at his ranch in Dryden, there is plenty of it.
It was a source of sustenance. They would eat it like an artichoke. They would make unleavened bread with it. And then right here, we've got evidence of a pit hearth oven.
That is huge.
You had to cook with what Mother Nature gave you. And out here, there's an abundance of Sotol plants.
Brent isn't making any kind of comida with these crazy looking plants. Instead, he's making one of the earliest spirits made by man.
We make our spirit specifically out of a Sotol that grows in Texas. It's the Desert texanum, and what cooler to make a spirit out of a plant that has Texas in its Latin name.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right.
Desert Door Sotol might start out here in the West Texas desert, but it's created in a distillery down the road from Austin in Driftwood.
It's a spirit that predates, mezcal predates tequila. It's the first alcoholic beverage consumed in this part of the world.
Long before he was the purveyor of this firewater from long ago, Brent served in the Marines for 21 years.
This country and the Marine Corps trusted me enough to fly gray jets all over the planet.
Very neat. What kind of planes did you fly?
I flew Prowlers.
After retiring in 2017, he decided to pursue a degree in business.
What if I go to business school and learn how to communicate with the private sector, and then I can translate those experiences that I've had into some format? Then I met my two partners. They're also veterans, and we took this class called New Venture Creation. It's an entrepreneurial class. And what would become Desert Door, where we're sitting today, was our class project.
The transition from idea to actual product was fast and furious.
So you pitch your idea to a panel of judges, and then one of our judges came up and asked us afterwards, if you guys are serious about this, me and my husband want to talk to you about investing. And that's when we looked at each other and like, I don't know, is anybody serious about this? So we bought a still and we started learning how to moonshine. And then we had to figure out how to cook, process, ferment, and distill this plant into what would become what you're sitting in today.
And Desert Door is committed to Sotol.
Well, definitely a little different from the distillery out here.
Absolutely, and that's what we love about it. A little austere, amazingly beautiful.
This whole process all starts out in the desert.
All of our plants are wild harvested, meaning there is no water, there is no fertilizer, there's no herbicides, there's no pesticides. We go out and we take Mother Nature's bounty. The plant is so abundant that we've got some arrangements with ranchers out here that allow us access to come and take the plant from them.
As early as 800 years ago, archaeologists surmised that they discovered that natives could take the cooked plants and add water and that it would ferment. Archaeologists believe that they were using that plant as an intoxicant during ceremonies 800 years ago.
So whenever you look at these Sotol plants, are you thinking, that's 4 bottles, 8, 12?
After realizing that there are plenty of Sotol to go around, I was ready to take one down and pass it around.
I see you have 2 different kinds of Sotol.
Yeah, so what we're going to start with is our original, what we call our original 80 proof clear spirit, unaged, and it's the foundation for everything we do here. If tequila had a smoother, more flavorful, sustainable cousin from Texas, that's what Desert Door is. So on the nose, it's going to be very familiar, bright, grassy, herbaceous, but the finish on it takes you out to the ranch, which you'll notice it's got a nice, sweet, creamy, earthy finish. So
Wonderful. Cheers.
cheers.
Yeah, that's nice. That's not the tequila where you go like, it's just nice and smooth.
And that's super smooth,
Yeah.
super clean.
Yeah.
And it just absolutely kills every cocktail that it touches.
There's even an aged Sotol.
In both of our offerings, there's no added sugars, artificial flavors, or colors. So everything you're tasting is from the plant.
Okay.
And with this,
where it goes in a virgin oak barrel, very similar to what you would a bourbon barrel.
Sure.
Where it stays in there almost 2 years. And so on top of those earthy vegetal components that we just had, now you get the layers of the barrel. When you get the color, you get the coffee, the caramel, the vanilla, you know, cinnamon, allspice, those types of other nuances.
Okay.
So sips a little bit more like a cognac or a bourbon.
I love the sweetness right off the bat. And
Isn't
that
that
backside's
amazing?
fantastic.
Yeah, it's the backside where you realize that you're not drinking grape or corn.
Yeah.
You're drinking West Texas.
Whether drinking it straight or in a fancy cocktail, Sotol is a unique way to pay tribute to Texas's past, all while enjoying a unique flavor you'll only find in the Lone Star State.
From West Texas to the glasses of all over. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for coming out.
Yeah.
Appreciate you letting me share the story with you.
Fantastic.
Well, thanks for watching this segment of the Texas Bucket List. To see more, be sure you subscribe to our channel. And to see full episodes, become a member. In the meantime, you can also shop our store at the Texas Bucket List Store and Studio.